I was born in the darkest of ignorance, and my spiritual master has kindly opened my eyes with shining torchlight of transcendental knowledge. I therefore respectful obeisances unto his lotus feet. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah.
So we're continuing our reading of Bhagavad Gita from chapter 9, entitled The Most Confidential Knowledge, text number 7. So last week we read text number 6 was saying, understand that as the mighty wind blowing everywhere rests always in the sky, all created beings need. So there's very loud chimes going on somewhere.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'll go and take it down.
That's okay. It's nice to hear, but yet it takes my mind away from what we're thinking about.
Sorry.
It must be pretty windy there, huh?
Oh, there's a bit of a breeze today, yeah. And I get used to hearing it, so I don't.
Yeah. Nice to hear chimes, but yeah, it just takes frustration away a little bit. So the verse, last week's verse was saying, just like the wind is so great, so mighty, but it's inside of the sky. So in the same way that even though the universe is so great, the cosmic manifestation is so great, but it's within Krishna. So this section's been looking at how that these last few verses, how everything is within Krishna, but Krishna's not within everything. He's outside of the creation. So everything is simultaneously one with him, but different at the same time. So it's a little bit of a how to say, a difficult subject to get our head around sometimes. But there was good examples Prabhupada's been giving to help us understand, like that, just like the whole kingdom is the energy of the king, but he's not everywhere in the kingdom. He's just sitting in his palace, obviously. But the whole kingdom is running under his control. So the energy of the king is felt everywhere. He's directing everything in the kingdom and everything like that. So that's a good example that Prabhupada gives in one of the purports. And we read it, we heard a good one from Prabhupada the other day, which was saying that car, Prabhupada said, the car is Ford. You know what I'm saying? So there's a model car called Ford, right? Ford Motor. So Prabhupada said the car is Ford, but Ford, Mr. Ford, is not a car. So the car is Ford, but Ford is not a car. So that's the thing. So the car is the energy coming from Henry Ford, who designed the first car. So the car is only there because of Ford. If it wasn't for Ford, there wouldn't be that car. The car wouldn't exist. So because of Ford, he has created this car, but Ford himself, he is not a car. Like that. So he's separate. So in the same way that everything in the universe is Krishna's energy. He's controlling everything. He's created everything. He's controlling everything. He's maintaining everything. And ultimately he destroys everything. And yet he is not this material world itself. He is more than this material world. He is beyond the material world. Like that. So does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we read 7. Sarva Bhutani Kunteya.
Sarva Bhutani Kunteya.
Prakritim yanti mamikam
Prakatim yanti mamikam
kalpakshaye punastani
kalpakshay purasthani
kalpado visrajamyaham.
kalpado vijrasyamyaham. O son of Kunti, at the end of the millennium, all the material manifestation enter into my nature, and at the beginning of another millennium, by my potency, I create them again.
So here we're learning about the creation and destruction of the universe. Obviously, in the material world, everything has a beginning and an end. That's the nature of material things. Everything that has a beginning, it must have an end, like that. So, oops, hang on a sec. Hello? Hello?
How you feeling, Gulshan? You still
Bit better.
got
Recovery. Yeah. Last week was bit. I had that
Yeah.
flu and things there, but it's better now. This last leg.
It's funny, you get the same thing every year
Yeah, I think
at like the
season change.
same time.
I think so. It's the season change or something like that.
Yeah.
How's the bhakti tree?
Yeah, I haven't been there that much. I think it's going pretty well. I'm going to go there tonight because somebody can't make it there.
Tonight you going there?
Tonight, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I think they're going okay. They've got a couple of new people, so
Same.
yeah, same. But I had dinner there last night with Helen after group. We had group yesterday in the afternoon.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll be able
We had dinner. I think Premila's coming back in the next couple of days, which is nice.
Oh, is she? Okay.
Yeah, I miss her.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Sorry for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unexpected phone call. Yeah, so obviously in the material world, everything has a beginning and an end. So how it's happening and is being explained here, that Krishna, he is so great that he is controlling the creation and destruction of the universe. And it's saying here, so, and when it says millennium, what does that mean, the end of the millennium? So there's different sizes of millenniums, but what it's talking about here is the millennium of Brahma's life. So at the end of Lord Brahma's life, that's what it means here, the end of the Kalpa, end of the millennium. So millennium is called in the verse, it's Kalpa. So there's different sizes of kalpas. So what it's obviously talking about here is at the end of Lord Brahma's life. So he lives for 100 years, but his 100 years is a lot different than our 100 years. His 100 years are about 311 trillion plus some billions and millions of human years. 311 trillion and more human years. So now Lord Brahma is about 50 years old. So he's about halfway through his life, Lord Brahma. And so at the end of his life, then the whole universe will be destroyed. And at that time, when it's being destroyed, how it gets destroyed is first of all, there's a great fire that emanates from Anantasesha at who's lying on the Garbhodaka ocean. There's a water that half fills the universe, is half filled with water, and on that water, there's one serpent with many heads called Anantasesha, who's an expansion of Balaram, and from the mouth.
I'll be back 1 minute. I have to move my car. Please continue.
Yeah, no problem. So from the mouths of Anantasesha comes this fire that burns up all the different planetary systems for so many years, and then there's a huge amount of rain, water that comes from these giant clouds, Samvantaka clouds. Those are the ones that Indra used to try to drown the residents of Vrindavan and the Govardhan Leela. When Krishna lifted the Govardhan hill, all that rain was flooding Vrindavan. So that was the same clouds that he used at the time of destruction. So there's a period of fire that burns everything. And if you haven't been burnt, if you missed out on getting burnt, then you get drowned. So there's no escape. Either you get burned or drowned at the very end of the universe. And after all the material elements are completely destroyed, well, the bodies are destroyed. The elements aren't destroyed, but the bodies are destroyed. Then all that energy, all that matter and material elements, and also the souls whose bodies have been killed, they enter into the body of Mahavishnu. So Mahavishnu takes all those souls and material elements back into his spiritual body. It's said that when Mahavishnu breathes out, the universe is created. When Mahavishnu breathes in, the universe is destroyed. So that's how long the one breath of Mahavishnu is. It's the length of the life of Lord Brahma, 311 trillion years. So that's
a deep breath.
That's a deep breath. That's a deep breath.
There is a figure there I cannot read in the purport. 4, 3, how many? It's 8 zeros.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Which is what? How do we say? 4 trillion?
No. This is not trillion. This is just one day. This is one day of Brahma's life.
And he lives 1 year? 100 years.
100 years. So this is
1 day.
4,300,000,000 of our years. That's 1 day. And
he lives that 100 years.
He's got 30 days in a month and 12 months in a year, and then 100 years.
And then 100 years. Oh my Lord.
So yeah, it's a long life. Like I said, that what did I say? 311 trillion years. His whole life.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I was just saying, you missed out, Gulshan. That I'll just recap that when at the end of Lord Brahma's life, all the souls and the material elements enter into the body of Mahavishnu. That's that gigantic form of Vishnu that lies on the causal ocean, the Karana ocean. And when he inhales, all the material elements and the souls are withdrawn into his body. And when he exhales, then the universe is created like that. So Bhakti Mala said he's that's a deep breath. Is that 311 trillion years long? You know?
It's like based on that, air life will be 60 to 80 if you're lucky, and look like you asking a trillionaire, like somebody got trillionaire, you ask him that, do you have $80? He'll laugh. Because where's the 300 trillion and what's 80 air life expectancy 80? If you're lucky, and where's the trillions and where's the 80? Just like how small is that compared to 311 trillion? How small is that?
Yeah. So with this knowledge, what effect should that have on us? How should we feel after hearing this knowledge? Should we feel very big? No, we should feel very small. We should be humble. You know, so that's the idea of this kind of knowledge, is that we should, you know, because we're so proud. You know, we think we're creating things and we're maintaining things and we're controlling things and everything, but it's ridiculous. We're actually just so tiny, so insignificant. And we just a microscopic little speck in the corner of the universe. However, we think we're very big, we're very important. So, yeah, with this knowledge, we should become humble. We should become humble and realize that Krishna is big. You know, it's not that I'm big, I'm great, but Krishna is great. That's the proper understanding. Since instead of ourselves being proud, we should be humble. And we should be proud of Krishna. We should realize that Krishna is.
Obviously, there are all the demons that Krishna kills that they never read the Bhagavad Gita, did they?
Can I just ask, Abhay Prabhu? I guess I'm a little bit confused at the moment because you know, I have heard you say, and I've heard other people say about how Prabhupada said, you know, that the material life as we know it within 50 years is going to be over, and I know a lot of conspiracy theorists at the moment who are like stocking up on food and all sorts of things, like there's going to be some big thing that happens, but then this is saying there's still, you know, we've still got a long time till the end of material. So I get a bit confused because it feels like everybody's saying it's going to be over soon. You know.
No. Even if they drop a few nuclear bombs in there, it's not going to destroy the Earth. And I'm not saying that, but I mean, it could. I mean, it does look pretty close to a nuclear war. There's some pretty crazy things going on, and then there's some evil people that think they're in control. They're trying to play God. They think they're in control, and they're trying to actually create a nuclear war, so that the society can be wiped out, and then they can take control of it. They're thinking if a big chunk of the population get taken out by a nuclear war, then they can control whoever's left. So that's their plan, to put it very simply. And I mean, it's pretty obvious to a lot of people that it's getting pretty close to a big war, because this Joe Biden has given permission for Ukraine to use US long-range missiles to fire them into Russia.
He's putting the fuel on the fire.
I know, that's putting fuel. That's big time. That's big time fuel on the fire.
Now is Trump.
So no, that's why they're doing it now. They want to do it before Trump comes in. So before January 20th, now's their chance to do something crazy like that, because Trump is going to try to finish the war. But they don't want.
Is that the Krishna's plan?
Well, no, Krishna's plan is that for this modern, materialistic, godless civilization to be collapsed. And that they're actually all instruments, all these demons are all instruments in Krishna's hands to collapse the society. But it's not going to destroy the planet.
But there's a lot of ISKCON temple in Ukraine. It's like more than I think 10,000 devotees are there. So once it will collapse there, those devotees will die too?
No, some of them have already left the country. Some of them are in UK and Europe, and they've all gone Poland and blah, blah, blah. Many of them have left. You know, many of them have gone out like that. So anyway, even the body is killed, but the soul's not killed. We know that. That's the first thing we learn in our philosophy. So what a death is going to take place anyway, whether you die as an old grandpa or grandma of so-called.
Look, it doesn't bother me either way, but I'm just a bit confused sometimes, because I think, well, the destruction of the universe isn't going to happen for a lot longer, but does that mean that maybe there's going to be nobody here anyway?
No,
if it's all falling apart now, like
no, that's the civilization, not the species. This kind of like there was a Roman Empire. Where is it?
I don't know.
Not anymore. Wars.
It's not anymore. It doesn't exist. You know, there was a British Empire. Where is it?
Wars. Not anymore.
Now it's just a tiny little island, you know.
Where is Queen now?
There's a saying that the sun never set on the British Empire. That means Britain controlled so many, like Britain controlled New Zealand, Australia,
Half of
Fiji,
the world, yeah.
Mauritius, everything like
But
that.
it says that it's never
India.
rise in London, always raining.
Now there's the saying the sun never rises on the British Empire. You know,
Yeah.
so that's the thing. But the earth is always there. But there's a particular civilization that comes up and then it collapses. There was what was it called? The Inca in South America. There was the Inca Empire, was said to be very great. And then that collapsed. And, you know, so, and the Portuguese had a big empire and that collapsed. And like that, the Egyptians had a big empire like that and it collapsed. So these different civilizations, they come up and down.
So, other people are telling me that I need to have money in my house, that I need to have food in my house, you know, all these types of things. Like, and I know some people like building shelters in their houses and all sorts of things. I mean, do you think any of that's necessary? Or should it just go out with the majority of people?
The majority of zombies.
Yeah, that's correct.
That's kind of like what my mum said, because she's got a little bit of a under the house, and she said I could go hide down there, but then she said, "Look, what if I come up and I'm like, there's not many people left?" She said, "I might just want to go."
Have you watched the movie Blast from the Past?
Like if you've got all this stuff, you could be just living on your own up here, and everybody else gets demolished. So.
Yeah,
I don't know what to do.
There's no harm in having a few extra supplies around of things that you need. There's no harm. But you have some
devotee doesn't think that way.
Some extra dal and rice and things like that, and you know, basic essential things. There's no harm. We always keep good supplies of grains and things like that. These are the main necessities. You need food, you need shelter. There's some defense like that. And like that, so nice relationships.
No, devotee doesn't think that way. Bhakti Mala, don't worry. If you're a devotee, if Krishna wants you to keep on the planet, no one can touch you. If Krishna wants you to vanish, no one can protect you. Devotee doesn't think that way. Yeah,
that's there. But Krishna also gives us common sense, intelligence.
Yeah. You can do until a certain degree, not the extreme. You make it a bunkers and to do that you're gonna live forever.
I didn't say that. Did I say make a bunk? Bhakti Mala should make a bunker.
No.
And it's good to be away from the big cities, because any of these war type scenarios, it's always the big cities that cop it. The most, they never drop bombs on farms and stuff like that. They always drop it in the cities and stuff like that where all the people are.
Yeah.
So that's actually, I heard, I don't know whether it's true or not, but I heard that's one of the reasons why they chose Millfield for the farm, was that if there was a nuclear war, it would be reasonably protected.
Further away.
That's what I heard. I don't know whether that's true or not, but I did hear that. So it's a good place.
Only the cockroach will survive. That's all. The rest, any living entity will be, see you later.
But even nuclear war or whatever, it's just like a little pimple on Mother Earth. It's not going to destroy the Earth or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Human beings are too arrogant. That's another pride that we have. The pride that human beings have is that we think we can destroy the Earth. We can't destroy the Earth. We can't create the Earth, and we can't destroy it either. But I mean, people can be killed, and that's always been there, and it always will be there. But we should just be Krishna conscious, and then and part of that Krishna conscious is to see what the demons are doing and just try to be as independent as possible from them. Why did Prabhupada encourage self-sufficiency? Why did Prabhupada encourage us to set up farms? because he wanted us to live separately from the demons, because the demons are always doing crazy things, trying to kill each other. Let's just look at one verse talking about what the demons do in the 16th chapter. X number, it's around, I think it's around 18. No, not 18. 16th chapter.
Is it number 7? Those who
No.
are demonic do not know what is done and what is not to be done. Neither cleanliness, not proper behavior, truth and found, not that one.
It's number 9.
Nice. Follow such conclusions that demonic who are lost to themselves and who have no intelligence engage in unbeneficial, horrible work meant to destroy the world.
You go. They engage in unbeneficial, horrible work meant to destroy the world. And then
well, they are the destroying, or Krishna is destroying? Basically, Krishna is destroying through them.
Through them, yeah. What Prabhupada says in the beginning of the purport, the demoniac are engaged in activities that will lead the world to destruction. And later on the purport, Prabhupada says, indirectly, this verse anticipates the invention of nuclear weapons, of which the world is very proud. At any moment, war may take place, and these atomic weapons may create havoc. Such things are created solely for the destruction of the world, and this is indicated here. Due to godlessness, such weapons are invented in human society. They are not meant for peace and prosperity of the world. So there you go. I mean, so yeah, we shouldn't be surprised. We know what they're up to. We know what they're up to, but we should try to be as independent as possible from them, so we're not caught in the middle. So when the demons are out trying to kill each other, we're not in the middle of them, caught in the crossfire like that. So it's good to be a little bit away. Of course, devotees go to the cities to preach, but then we should, come back to our ashram. Ashram means shelter, so you need a sheltered place. You don't want to be living in chaos, like that. So you go out and preach, to try to help these demons to awaken their Krishna consciousness. I mean, of course, deep down, we know no one's a demon. Deep down, everyone is a pure spirit soul, part and parcel of Krishna. But temporarily, we've assumed like a demoniac mentality due to, godlessness, as Prabhupada's saying there. We've turned away from God, so we've developed this demoniac mentality. But deep down, we're not demons. But, I mean, I was a demon, 30 years ago. I'm still trying to come out of that. So, yeah, we can go either way. We're marginal. So we try to help these demons to, turn away from that and become Krishna conscious. But they're engaged in very horrible activities. And Prabhupada also mentions earlier in the purport that animal killing is very prominent in demoniac society. And this is one of the reasons why there must be war. As long as we slaughter the animals, big time, mass killing of the animals, 100% guaranteed there will be wars as a reaction. There has this karma, this reaction for killing the animals has to come out somewhere or another in the form of, cancer and diseases, traffic accidents, wars, famines, droughts, everything. This is the reaction for us killing the animals. So, yeah, we shouldn't be surprised. There always has been wars, always will be, as long as people are godless and, killing animals and so forth. So, yeah, it's nothing to be surprised about. But so we should be prepared for wars to take place. And like I said, the best preparation is to, be self-sufficient as possible, to live away from where all the demons congregate in these big cities and, try to produce your own food and things like that. And if you really don't care about whenever you die, then just stay in the city and chant Hare Krishna.
That's it. A second option is better for me.
Okay. But if you think you're not quite ready to leave your body yet, and you're not ready enough, then and you want to live a bit longer so you can get it together.
I mean, this is Dukhalle. You know, earlier the better.
I'm not so advanced as you, Gulshan. I need more time.
Because you haven't been through the cancer. That's why.
Yeah, so Gulshan's fully surrendered. He's already on death's door.
Now, actually, sometimes the stages you've gone through in the life that gives you the better knowledge than any university on the planet.
Yeah.
When you're on the death and life situation, if you're going through that, there's a very tremendous kind of knowledge comes that nobody can teach you that. I remember that when I just a little better, I haven't done the operation yet. I was in the hospital gown and dips are there and holding the things there, come out outside sitting there and look in the sky and then chant Hare Krishna. I remember that. I said, it's like, what is this happen? It's just, I wasn't prepared for these things. Sometimes, like, unexpected, you don't really prepare for that. And I was chanting Hare Krishna. And then I said, this part of my head was beeping, dup, 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 dup. Like somebody is doing like that. So that was the knowledge come in there, which nobody believed that only I know and Krishna knows.
Yeah, yeah. That's
so
Krishna's
everybody
mercy.
going to the stages, I guess.
Krishna's mercy, you've had those experiences, yeah. Help you become more surrendered to Krishna.
Definitely.
Confirmed. See, there you go.
No, it's
point.
I'm a friend's place. Is somebody in the kitchen.
If you say something and there's a big noise, that's a confirmation. That's true.
Confirmation.
Yeah, so there definitely things that are planning to destroy the world. And I mean, Krishna said that 5,000 years ago. He knows how they tick because everything's under his control. However, there is also the good guys. Just like there's demons, there's also divine. So there's two classes of living entities in the material world. There's the divine and the demoniac. And the divine, the good news is there's always some divine ones too, and they're trying to save the world from destruction. Also, good guys that are trying to stop a war from happening. As to who's going to come out on top, whether the bad guys are going to carry out their plan to destroy everything.
It's all Krishna's Leela anyway, because demonic people also that the Krishna's energy as well as demons.
Correct. Yeah.
So it's all Krishna's Leela. Whether he's demoniac people with doing something bad, it's all under Krishna's supervision anyway. So when you just surrender, then just accept it. When the demoniac or demons, if demons doing something, it's okay because there's the Krishna's energy anyway. So that doesn't matter at all.
Okay, well, if it doesn't matter at all and everything's just happening under Krishna's will, then why do we bother preaching?
It's like one thing is like accepting. If we accept this one, okay, then it's okay. It's like, okay, if Krishna gave me a half a bread or one bread or no bread, I don't want to, using my too much brain. Oh, why the Krishna didn't give me a bread? Am I sleep hungry? So it's like when the little monkey just holding the mother monkey's stomach, he don't need to worry about that. Why my mother is jumping? If I fall down, what happened? I fall down or die there, things like that, because he surrendered. So if I had this kind of surrender, you don't really think that small things.
But the point is, if what you're saying, everything's sort of predestined. If Krishna's going to just destroy everything, he's going to destroy it. But then why would we bother preaching? No, we bother preaching because it's not all predestined, because we have free choice. Krishna's giving us free choice.
Yeah,
and if you have free choice to try and help the demons, to come out of that and become, devotees, help them become Krishna conscious, then Krishna may be pleased to help them. Krishna is
Yeah,
not.
you can use that free choice, but until certain degree, not going to extreme to like I can do my act and then I wait for the Krishna to react whether it's okay or not, but I don't really wait for the results of things. Like if I wait for the results, then it defeats the purpose of Bhagavad Gita.
No, that's right. We're not in control of the results, but still we've got some choice in how we act, and according to how we
act, and that's it.
And I've got one point that I'm confused at the moment about, because I've heard the story about the man drowning and then he's on the top of the roof.
Yeah.
And then someone sends the boat.
Yeah.
And someone sends a helicopter. So I'm unsure at the moment if all these people are telling me and it's actually Krishna telling me.
I believe in the
go and
will.
get the food, go and do all that. You know what I mean? Because
use
it's
the
all
free
going
will,
to
but
end.
don't make the bunkers.
And then if you don't listen, then you're like, well, what are you doing? I tried to save you. I told everybody to tell you.
For what you're going through. So, but the thing is, even if they're wrong and there's not going to be a war, but there's no harm, and like I say, in stopping and down. So it's nothing wrong with that. It's not a bad instruction. And if there's no war, well, you just won't have to buy rice and dal for a while.
If somebody asks that Prabhupada, like we are chanting Hare Krishna whole entire life, what happened after that? There is no Krishna. Whole life is waste. And the Prabhupada said, what happened if there is a Krishna? Your life is waste. Yeah. Because you're not chanting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even like you said, Prabhupada said, even if there was no Krishna, which is of course ridiculous, there is, but even if we take it as that there is no Krishna, Prabhupada said I would still do the same things, because look at what we do. We sing, we dance, we take prasad with the devotees. It's a nice life. It's a good life. Even if we just, when the body died, that's it, there's no soul or anything. But even if that was the case, which is not, but even if it was, there's still no better lifestyle, because look at the lifestyle of devotees. It's such a happy lifestyle. We eat the best food, we wear the best clothes, and hang out with the best people, and we have the best philosophy, and singing and dancing, and it's very joyful and everything like that. So there's nothing to lose. And if, like you say, if there is Krishna there, then you hit the jackpot.
Then you are a win-win situation.
And the other guy's going to go to hell, So
yeah, definitely.
And their life now is hellish. It's hellish. People go and work in these horrible factories and offices, and they're always taking intoxicants to try to relieve their stress and anxiety and so many things. And they eat like just horrible food. They don't even have it. Sometimes I know some people, they don't even know how to put salt in their food. They don't even have salt. It's like so many
kuntas.
So many what?
So many kuntas. Like a Vaikuntha, so many kunta.
Yeah, anxieties, so many anxieties. So whereas the devotee's life is so nice, so whether Krishna's there or not, but this life is so nice, and then if Krishna's there, then you really hit the jackpot. You hit the jackpot. So get some rice and dal. We have to understand the nature of the material world. It's danger at every step. There's a verse in 10th canto Bhagavatam which says that padam yad vipadam natesam. In the material world, there's danger at every step. That's the reality. We should always be conscious of that. And the best way to deal with that danger is always to be in Krishna consciousness. Always be thinking of Krishna and everything like that, and praying to Krishna to help us overcome all these obstacles and everything. And when Prabhupada had his last third heart attack when he was in America, he told the devotees to pray to Lord Nrsingadev to please, if he so desires, help our spiritual master to continue living that. And he taught them the song, Namaste Narasimhaya, Tavakara Kamala Rainakam Madbhuta Singam. So he taught them the bhajan to Lord Nrsingadev. So that's the best solution in all these calamities that happen, is just to pray to the Lord for his shelter. Like that, always be Krishna conscious. But yeah, it's not wrong to realize how dangerous the material world is. One time he said that my main criticism of my Western disciples is they're not afraid of Maya enough. So what does that indicate? You know, the thing is
why they are not afraid enough of Maya? You know why? More you believe in Krishna, less afraid of Maya. Less you believe in Krishna, more afraid of Maya.
No, that's not true. We should be afraid of Maya. Maya is much more powerful than us. There's only one person more powerful than Maya. Do you know who that is?
Krishna.
Krishna, yeah. So then
this Krishna's energy anyway. Why would we be afraid of? If we are chanting, there's no reason to be afraid of Maya. If the Krishna decides that Goshen has to be go into the Maya, okay. If the Krishna decides that no Goshen should not be going to Maya, okay. In the both condition, I'm okay. So it's Krishna's energy. If Krishna wants to keep me without Maya or with Maya, that's it. There's
always a chance of falling down though. Like Maya can just
if Maya will come and tangle me, okay, it's Krishna's energy anyway, Krishna's decision. And then if Krishna wants me to, put the arrow, I cannot escape. There's no escape.
See, the mentality of not being afraid of Maya is not good for our Krishna consciousness, because then we're not so strict in our Krishna consciousness. That's the thing. We'll be too loose in our Krishna conscious practice, and think we can just dip into Maya here and there, meat eating, intoxication, illicit sex and gambling, all these things. We can just slip a little bit here, and we don't realize how dangerous that is. But yeah, it's very dangerous. And like, the mentality could be there, I've been chanting 16 rounds for a few decades. It doesn't matter if I don't chant for a little while. It doesn't matter. Krishna will protect me. No, but we should realize Maya is very powerful, very dangerous. And any time Maya can just pull us down, completely pull us down.
True.
But one time Prabhupada said that if Maya just looks at you sideways, women are famous for their sidelong glances. So,
Is that true, Bhakti Mala?
So I've heard.
Oh, you heard? Because we are men. We are the only women. We have to confirm. You have to confirm it, because we both men. And what the Abhay Prabhu says is you have to confirm it. Confirmation.
A beautiful woman can just glance at a man, and then he becomes, attracted, like Cleopatra or something, right? Cleopatra could just give a little glance, and then the man
Bhakti Mala can do that too.
Completely
I'm not sure about that, Gulshan.
Try it. It says, Krishna says that you have to try it.
Maya Devi, she's so powerful. And if she just glances on a soul, immediately they may fall down, she's so powerful. So we should always have a healthy respect and fear for Maya, and that makes us more stricter in our Krishna consciousness. Otherwise we may be slack, we may be loose. As a devotee now, I can do any damn thing. No, not like that. Not that because I'm a devotee, I can do any damn thing. No, I because I'm a devotee, I should be very careful that I don't, get into Maya. yeah, we can sometimes become proud of being Christians, that we think that anything Krishna will protect us. But no, if we stay in Krishna consciousness, Krishna will protect us. But if we leave Krishna and act in a crazy way, then not necessarily Krishna will. And we know that because we know that many devotees have fallen down. So if it's automatic that you're Krishna conscious and Maya can't touch you, then why do devotees fall down? No, they fall down because Maya is so powerful and they must have strayed away from Krishna consciousness a little bit. So there are many examples of devotees falling down. So you shouldn't take it for granted that, I'm a devotee now and Maya can't touch me and I'm not afraid of Maya. No, we should. It's a healthy fear to be afraid of Maya, and only if it makes us more Krishna conscious. That's the whole idea. If you're afraid of Maya, then you'll run to Krishna. Just like if a child's in a very fearful situation, what does the child do?
Just run to the mother.
Run to the mother. So if we're very afraid of Maya, we should just run to Krishna. Take shelter of Krishna through thing more sincerely and seriously and everything. And then Krishna will protect us. But yeah, if we don't run to the mother, then it's a problem. And it's a problem. Okay, let's read the purport, page 197.
You want me to read it or Bhaktimala, are you reading?
Yeah,
Yeah, you read. Oh, okay. The creation, maintenance, and annihilation of this material cosmic manifestation are completely dependent on the supreme will of the personality of Godhead. At the end of the millennium means at the death of Brahma. Brahma lives for 100 years and his one day is calculated at 4,300,000,000, did we say? Or something?
4,300,000,000.
Of our earthly years. His night is of the same duration. His month consists of 30 such days and nights, and his year of 12 months. After 100 such years, when Brahma dies, the devastation or annihilation takes place. This means that the energy manifested by the Supreme Lord is again wound up in himself. Then again, when there is a need to manifest the cosmic world, it is done by his will. Vanu Swayam. Although I am one, I shall become many. This is the Vedic aphorism. Chandogya Upanishad 6.2.3. He expands himself in this material energy and the whole cosmic manifestation again takes place.
I know. Becoming a king shot, please.
Stop it, Simon. Come on.
So yeah, we can realize that Krishna is very powerful. Krishna is very powerful, and this is the solution for us who's always afraid. It's our position in the material world is that we're always fearful. It said there's four things that come with the body which are unavoidable, and eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. And this defending one, why do we defend? That originates from fear. Because we're afraid of death, then we defend ourselves. So the solution for our very fearful situation is to take shelter of Krishna, because he's so powerful. He's the supreme power, creating, maintaining, and destroying unlimited universes. And this is only one universe. There's unlimited universes. It said this universe that we're in is like one mustard seed in a bag of mustard seeds.
Mhm.
You know, and Krishna's creating and maintaining and destroying all of those unlimited universes. And
in
all
this
of
mustard seed, 8 billion people. On this mustard seed has got 8 billion people.
No, that's just one planet and one mustard seed.
Yeah, I know.
There's unlimited planets in one universe. So when you look at the sky at night, you're just seeing a few of the planets in this one universe. So, yeah, we're just so tiny. And
So
Krishna's great. So this is what it means to be Krishna conscious, is to realize he's so great. He's so and then we should take shelter of that great power, because we're the opposite. We're so tiny, we're so helpless, we're so insignificant. So this is our natural position as being very small, is to take shelter of the great. This is the real solution for our fear and all of our anxieties, is just to take shelter of Krishna. And the best way to take shelter of Krishna is by, very attentively chanting the names. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna, Krishna.
Hare Rama, Rama. One time, one lady came in the room, Prabhupada's room, with her daughter, and they were both very upset. And the daughter had cancer, and the mother came in wanting some solution from the spiritual master. And what did Prabhupada say is the solution for her daughter's cancer? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So yeah, whatever our issues are, problems are, we should just take shelter of the Lord by chanting them. That's the best thing. We're completely helpless, and Krishna's in control, so we should take shelter of him. And
Paper Boo, can I share a bit something that I read the other day? It was
You want to share with the Abhay Prabhu only or with me as well?
I'll share it with you too.
4:30?
I'll share it with you too. I've read it
No,
from this.
you can share that after 4:30.
I'll share it with you now. It's out of this one of these spiritual warrior books by the Bhakti Trutha Swami. And it was really nice. And I know that this is really simple, but I thought it was nice. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Oh yeah, it was just breaking.
Can you hear me?
Breaking up at this end. Yeah. How about, it might be doing that funny thing it used to do after 1 hour. Can we sign out and sign back in again?
Yeah.
I'll
Sign in. Okay.